Look at these games. Look at these games. What do you think? Any of them in there? What is happening, folks, and welcome back to Hunting with Tripler. As a collector, toy, game hunter, as a reseller, you're always looking for unique ways to find inventory for your business or for your collection, whatever it is. And for me, I always seem to go back to storage lockers. But there always seems to be like a magnet or something that's pulling me in. And I decided to buy a storage locker, and when you see the photos of what I saw, you'll see why I paid so little. But in the end, for you game hunters, you'll realize this one is mind-blowing. You don't want to miss this.
I collect so many things. Would you like to share this journey with me? I will show you the prizes I got today. So come along with me, come on and join the chase. Yeah.
Well, folks, like I said in today's episode, we go back to the storage units. We bought one, and I gotta tell you, this one was so surprising. And even though there were some photos, I'll show you those here. These photos here sort of told the story, but it just really didn't come together until I was in the thick of it. I was really opening up all of these boxes, opening up these bags, and seeing what was really there. Now, in the past, you've seen on this channel where I've absolutely found nothing. I've just spent a whole bunch of time cleaning out someone's garbage. And I was not anxious in this episode to repeat that mistake. And again, even though I saw a photo that sort of suggested there were gonna be video games in here, there was no way the payout was gonna be this fantastic. And in the end, if you wanna see me clean a whole bunch of dirty junk, well, you get to see that too. Folks, sit back and relax. This one will not disappoint. Well, folks, wouldn't you know, I decided to go in and buy yet another storage locker. And everything at the front of the locker is going to really be the reason why I'm going to be extremely excited. Yes! Or be totally disappointed. Keep on your powder! So let's head over to the facility, take a look at what we got. We've officially made it to the storage site. Woohoo! Let's crack into this. Ooh. Okay. Wow. This is a lot of stuff. Looks pretty cool. We'll save this one for later. For all of you out there wondering, that is not a ripoff. Not good. I had this exact computer in college. Sweet monitor. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah!
Here comes Emmanuel to save the day. Thank you, Emmanuel.
We got one bin of video games here. I've got another box right here and a lot of garbage bags that you can see inside of here. I mean, it's way more than I expected. Way more. So this is definitely going to be multiple trips, which sucks because it took us a long time to get here. We're going to keep diving into this, pull out what we can, and then strategize how we're going to get rid of all this stuff because there's a pretty fair amount of work left here. All right, so Emmanuel just pulled this out. We've got a GameCube, one there. Haven't found any games yet. We haven't even looked inside. And then we've got another one here with the Game Boy adapter on the bottom. And then we got that guy. And it's in there. Look at these beautiful vintage hats. So I think I know what's going on. This is a combination of somebody young and maybe their parents' stuff from the 90s. That's what it seems like it is. A lot of stuff from late 80s, 90s, and into the early 2000s, which means that if a lot of this is clothing, which I'm guessing it is, there could be some crazy, crazy grails in there. We'll see, but at this point, I'm optimistic considering what I'm finding is all like 90s, 2000s, early 2000s stuff, so great sign so far.
The quest for Cutco!
All right, so my infinite quest for this brand right here just netted some results. This is Cutco, baby. Finally stumbled upon this. So let's see what we got. Finally got to the bag that has been haunting me. And totally worth all the work at this point. We're gonna start cleaning up after this because we're gonna start with Super Mario Sunshine. Oh! Keep us closer! Oh no! Look at these games. Look at these games. What do you think? Any of them in there? Nope. 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 Hey, Fantastic Four's in there. Turok. Ooh, Turok's in there. Ooh, Mario Baseball. Give me some love. Nothing. Mario Kart Double Dash. We're gonna stumble upon it at some point. We absolutely have to. This is such a tease. We found this. And in this random little, I don't know, trashy bag here. I mean, this was pretty much a throwaway until this was found. NBA Street, Sunshine, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, 007, oh, Wario World, Luigi's Mansion, oh, Boys and Girls, and that disc is in good shape. Super Bubble Pop-Up, oh, Mario Party 6, come on. Paper Mario, yes. Guys, folks, what we have here is Double Dash. I mean, we found the box, the original box with the slip cover for this, and I'm holding it terribly. Oh man. This right here made all this worth it. We have dropped off our first load of the good stuff, and I'm gonna take you through that, just not now. We're gonna clean out the rest of the locker, then we'll come back here, organize everything, show you exactly what we got. But I gotta tell you, this was just like super unexpected, huge profit. Most of it's because of the GameCube. Yeah, this was a solid return, and let's get back there, finish this thing up. All right, so we're magically here at the storage locker. We pulled everything back out. We're doing exactly what we did yesterday, which is organizing all of this stuff. But what I came across, more video games. This seems to be a consistent theme, a PS Vita. We're gonna go ahead and check and see if there's a game inside. I'm guessing there would be. Mod Nation Racers. I'll take it. Betty Boop has delivered a whole bunch of beautiful Game Boy Advance games, some DS games. That's beautiful right there. Emmanuel just pulls out this random bag and says, this is promising. And look what he pulls out. Ninja Kid. This was a game that it was given to me as a little kid, and like, I'm talking crazy nostalgia. This game is like incredibly hard too. Emmanuel was way too tired of just going through it, so we just dumped it out, which was a great call because right out of the gate, seeing some beautiful stuff here. This is all of our media, video games, all that kind of good stuff. So we're gonna sort this first. There's quite a bit here. This is insane. Emmanuel and I have now spent at least 6 hours today and at least 4 hours yesterday. So 10 hours in, plus the cost of the locker, gas, all of that said, we've probably got, I'm gonna guess about $340 into this locker. What I'll do here is I'm just gonna skim over this, and then I'll take, after the weekend's over, a chance to clean up the games because they're in pretty rough shape. And once we've done that, then I'll show you the highlights. But right now it's just a glossary overview. This is everything from that locker. All of it laid out right here. This bin right here is probably worth about $1,200, $1,300 just right here. So that's what we'll probably spend a little bit of time on later, but that's gonna do it for at least the summary. This was pretty incredible. Moving from a basic summary, I just want to show you some quick footage of how I've gone through the process of cleaning some of this stuff, because for some of you that might not be worth anything at all, but for others of you it might be sort of relaxing or interesting to see what I've actually done here. It's not very long, but I've gone through the process, cleaning the hats, cleaning the jeans, cleaning the cartridges, basically just a full clean of every single item that I got from this locker. I'm gonna be getting into these hats here, and not all of them are worth salvaging. So the first thing I'm going to do step by step is just take a look at the hat, obviously check the condition, and then see if it's something that is even worth selling or something that I'll just donate. So let's do that first. Now what I've done off camera is I've gone ahead and washed all the shoes. They've been drying, a few of them are still wet. So the last step here in getting all the preparation for items to sell is drying, reshaping, and then the last step is taking photos of them and listing them and putting them into bins. It is time to wash some jeans, and I have probably over 100 pairs here. I'm gonna lot them all together and sell them on a local market. This is after about 30 minutes. Absolutely disgusting. We're gonna change that water. All right, number 2, filled up. Now that I've had a lot of time to sort through all of the categories of items that I picked up from this locker, it's time to start showing you some of the best stuff. And so far, the time that I've taken between myself and Emmanuel has added up to somewhere about 14 to 16 total hours. Nothing is really cleaned yet. I have started cleaning the jeans, the shoes, and the hats, and that's really where things have left off. But really, the reason why I got this locker in the first place is the games, and it turned out to be way more than what I saw on the surface. It's not gonna happen like this very often, where all of the stuff that I end up getting is gonna be as good as what my expectations are. Because my expectation was going to be that I was going to find a few video games considering what I saw in the photos, but this is really mind-blowing. So I'm gonna lay this stuff out for you. None of it's been cleaned, keep that in mind. But once you start seeing the value of what we picked up here, you'll know exactly why I went from being sort of excited about this to being like, this was a no-brainer. Basically, you guys are gonna see the screen change, and then you're gonna see how beautiful these are going to look in just a few moments. And through the magic of editing, we have now cleaned up these. I haven't cleaned that one for some reason. Missed that one. Looking pretty solid, by the way. A lot nicer than they looked before. So that took me roughly an hour to do all of that. I'm gonna get these all packed away, ready for resale. I'll pull out the rest of the goodies for you guys. On the PlayStation, a few decent titles in here, nothing crazy with the exception of Blazing Dragons, by the way, is going for good money. I bought replacement cases, I ran out of those, but Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and the disc looks really good. So once I get the replacement case on that, which I think it arrived today, yeah, that'll be sitting pretty good. Look at this. I've never seen the slipcover. I didn't even know there was such a thing as the slipcover. A lot of GameCube, really good quality games, Double Dash, Superstar Baseball, Wario World, some Sonic games over here, Luigi, Super Mario Sunshine, a couple of the best Wii games you can get on the system. Oh my goodness. And folks, by the way, I believe I have a replacement case for that. We also have Paper Mario. So a lot of people resell cases that are high dollar games, and they'll just flip the cases because those are worth good money. And I don't blame you. But I have kind of some premium stuff here. And in here, when I run into a situation where I'm missing the case, I can pull it. There's Mario Party 6. That is solid. And then I thought I thought for sure I had, hey, there it is, NBA Courtside 2002. So let's get those into the stack. And I don't blame any of you for selling your cases because some of them are worth money for me. I just like holding on to them because in the event I need it, I pull it up, I've got it, flip it for good money with the game inside. I don't think I spent enough time looking at these DS games, but check those out. And the last of the games and accessories before we get into any consoles. And then if any of you have seen this controller out in the wild, I could be wrong. I'm not totally sure I'm right on this, but I believe this GameCube SpongeBob controller, if it's in good condition, goes for maybe $100. This one is not in good condition, but if the comps are what I think they are, this could be a really nice find right here. The PS2 version, and then we've got the Spice Orange. Does need more cleanup, and then I think I need to replace the thumbstick. Got a couple of Game Boys, got an original DS, which is in actually really great condition, and for as old as it is and having sat for a century, powers on and really does look fantastic. You can see some of these games here. I think that one goes for decent money. That's okay. That's okay. Not really worth a lot. That one goes for good money. I don't know why I grabbed that one. Maybe that's worth something. Another version of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. And then Bulletproof. And this big box of accessories right here, I'm expecting to do pretty well on this. And conservatively, I'm gonna put a number out here. And I don't think I'm gonna be very far off on this. I think right now I'm gonna make about this much money on this box right here. And that doesn't even consider all of the other peripherals that I've gotten, the electronics, the hats, the jeans, more consoles, tablets, phones, I mean, other electronics. There is a mess of stuff, but this bin right here is gonna do just fine for me. As much as I'd like to get into every single piece, I think the only other one that I'd like to show up close is going to be this guy right here, which finding this in box in the condition that it's in, which is, I mean, effectively mint condition, I think this is gonna sell for about $200, and that seems crazy to me that something like this never was opened. Number two, finding it in the locker that I found it in and then seeing the condition. This is solid for probably a $200 bill. And folks, that was today's episode. Mind-blowing, just mind-blowing. The stuff, the amount of items that I got. Now, as a reseller, there was a whole bunch of really great stuff, but as a game hunter, as a collector, oh man, talk about some gems there, seriously. Now what I didn't show you on camera is that I actually sent off some of those disc-based games to be resurfaced and they look beautiful. Everything came back and everything is working. So I'm glad I spent, I think, approximately $1.50 per disc to get those resurfaced. Also, I've gone ahead and actually made a couple of trades with respect to some of those items that I picked up in the locker. Just recently, an Instagrammer reached out to me and I actually traded the Contra Alien Wars on Game Boy for a whole bunch of Ninja Turtle toys, which I was really, really happy about that. And many of the GameCube games, those have been sold long ago. I really ended up doing way better than I was expecting, and that $1,400 price tag, it was actually on the low side. I killed it on this particular locker. Now, what's coming up on Hunting with Tripler? Yes, more content, trying to narrow the time between episodes. I'm doing a little bit better. There is going to be some Whatnot auctions coming up next week, and I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek into what that's gonna look like. I'm gonna have 4 auctions next week, and it's gonna consist of a lot of video games, a lot of sports and collectible cards like Pokemon, Magic, things of that nature. It's gonna consist of a ridiculous amount of comic books, and I'm gonna have one that's just toy related all on its own. Keep in mind, if you're following me on Whatnot, there will be 4 auctions 4 days in a row next week. I'm not even sure I'll have the time to do it, but we're gonna make it happen. Aside from that, prepping for some great videos coming up very, very soon. Thank you guys for sticking with the channel. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Folks, I will see you next time. Take care.